excited. And, you know, we won't know until we dive headfirst in, and that comes Friday, so we're just ready to go.
And you do have to dive in, don't you, with
We
this
do.
trip? Yeah.
We do. We're diving headfirst in, and we're just going to see what happens and play our best.
And so much is expected of your team now, this program now. What's it like? We asked Coach this, but she said ask you all. What's it like carrying the high expectations?
You know, we're used to high expectations. For 4 years, we've had high expectations. We took over what the alumni have done and built this program on, and each year we're getting better. So we're ready to just get as best as we can for right now when it matters.
Coach Lawson said that as she was designing the lineup that it was critical for the team to protect you. That puts a lot of pressure on you to come through and deliver also.
You know, it's funny. So Abby last year, Coach Lawson came to me in the fall, not in the fall, but in preseason, and she made it very point that Abby was the one to protect. That Abby needed someone behind her to protect her. And that's what I worked on personally all season, to be that person that when they walked Abby, to be the person that they regretted walking Abby. And it ended up just being that. So Abby would get walked, and somehow I ended up having a record of RBIs because of the people in front of me. So it's not really a lot of pressure as much as it is trying to find the right people and just the right community on the team in the lineup to make the best lineup possible.
Yeah, you've seen this team kind of evolve over the course of your 4 years. What's the most exciting aspect of it this year for you?
I mean, it's my senior year, so it's exciting, it's sad, it's nerve-wracking, but it is mostly exciting to see how far these girls have all come in 4 years, the senior class and also the sophomores and the juniors. I've seen them all. The freshmen, what they're doing right now is unbelievable. I think in my 4 years, this is, speaking from my freshman year especially, like, this is the best freshman class I've ever seen, just what they're doing right now. And I think that's what's so exciting, is the potential that this team has. If we can come together in the right ways and we have the right leadership on the field, we're going to go a long way.
Now, that sounds like a recruiting pitch now for the
Maybe
University.
they should hire me.
Actually, Coach Lawson said that this team, their goal this year is to be a top 8 seed nationally. I mean, realistically now, is Oklahoma City a realistic destination each and every year for you guys?
Of course it is. The way that we're finishing every year, we're a national seed all the time. We're always hosting regionals, but we know statistics matter, and that in order to have the upper hand in supers when we get there, instead of going to a number 1 or a number 2, if we're a top 8 automatically, we're going to have a better chance of hosting supers with Big Blue Nation behind us in order to push us to World Series. But that all starts now, this weekend. So if you look in statistics, like I said, they matter. We haven't won a first game in a long time. So our eyes right now are set on Liberty. When we beat Liberty, and then we beat NC State, and then we beat Minnesota, and then we go and play the U.S. national team, which is a really rare opportunity, that's what's going to set us up for being a 8 national seed.
Team speed.
Last year, maybe it was this, or is that this year? What is it, you think?
I think having people step up and fill some shoes that really we have been depending on in the last couple of years. Katie Reed, Jenny Shaper, Abby Cheek were all big names and big faces in our lineup for the last 4 years. So having some freshmen, sophomores, and even like our senior class step up and fill those shoes, and I think that it's going to be really important for our team production this year.
Thank you.
A couple of years that you've been here, this offense has transformed to be one of the best in the country. What's the next step in that evolution look like for you all?
I think the next step definitely is just trying to maintain that and trying to find our focus as our team, and trying to definitely stay within ourselves and not trying to get out of our routine and our focus as Kentucky. So building that offense over the last couple years has been a really big part of our game, and I think the pitching this year is going to help, and hopefully we can maintain that offense while also bringing up our pitching and defense as well.
Everyone's kind of shifting into different roles in that lineup. What's that process been like for you all?
It's been really interesting. In the fall, we kind of welcomed our freshmen to campus, so we're trying to get to know them as well. And then our sophomore class didn't get much experience last year because we had Jenny Shaper, Katie Reed, Abby Cheek leading the way for our team leaders last year. So our sophomore class has really exploded, I think, and they've really gotten to experience a lot of playing time and a lot of game-like situations more than they did last year. So I think, and also our senior class stepping up and being great leaders for us, I think is a big key on the defensive side as well.
Those aren't just great players, but some big personalities too. Do you have people who are maybe going to step forward into those spots?
Yes, we do. As Coach Lawson was saying earlier, Kayla Kowalik is a big personality to watch out for, and she really helped us last season offensively and defensively. But if she's behind the plate more this year, I think you're going to see more of that personality out of her. And also, I mean, Alex Martens, Autumn Humes are going to be mainstays and like our huge success in our program and a huge part of our team culture. And so you should see more of the younger players as well getting more playing time.
Is there anything that the team wants to look to specifically improve upon or maybe work on when you guys go down to Florida?
I think our main focus is to probably get all the jitters out and honestly play hard and win the first few games. Chris Scholes, our SID, gives a stat that we haven't won every game on opening day in the past couple years. So we're trying to go out with the bang and win our games the first weekend, and trying to find that mesh of the lineup that we really like playing with. And I think getting a feel for playing in warm weather and outside and away from the cold is a big issue for us right now too.
It's always different being in the stands and then finally getting to play for the people in the stands, and that's like one of the best things ever. Is we don't always necessarily play to make us happy, but we very much enjoy it when we play and make them happy as well. So it's really awesome.
When Coach Lawson says that your goal this year is to be a top 8 national seed, is it realistic to say that for the University of Kentucky team, every year Oklahoma City is a destination now?
Oh, absolutely. I don't believe that there's anything that's too far out of reach for our team. The first step to reaching a goal is to set a goal. So if you don't set your goals high, then it's not really a goal if it's not hard to achieve. So thank you.
So you bat left and you throw right. What's your? I assume right-handed is your primary.
Yes, I started off right-handed, and then when I was younger, I switched over to the left side. When I started getting a little more fast, a little quicker, and wasn't necessarily a power hitter on the right side, and so if I could get base hits on the left side and still be and slap and do what I did on the right side, then it would help me.
How hard was it to teach yourself to bat left-handed when you were right-handed primary?
It wasn't that hard. I started when I was 12, 13 years old, so I was still pretty young, just getting into middle school, stuff like that. So it wasn't that hard, just a lot of practice, a lot of repetition, as much of our sport is involved with.
Is there anything else you do left-handed besides hit?
No, just hit. That's it.
Got a lot of experience last year, but new roles both in the lineup and on the field for you. What's the transition been like on that front into taking on more responsibility?
I don't think it's much different. I think the only thing different is teaching and helping those girls who are new this year, just the Kentucky way and how we run things, and just making sure that I do what I need to do so that everybody else around me is able to do what they're supposed to do.
What do you think of the depth on this pitching staff to this point? How do you see it shaking out, especially the first couple weeks of the season?
I think it's awesome. I think our pitching staff runs very deep, and I think that we can count on any one of our pitchers to throw in a tight game or in a tight spot, and that's really exciting to see is the variety that we have in our pitching staff and what they can do this year.
Rachel was just talking about how Grace has a lot more movement on her pitches than she did last year. From your perspective as a catcher, can you attest to that?
I can attest to that. It's we've had several bullpens even in these last few weeks where we've gotten to talk and, hey, your Riseball's looking good. Hey, this pitch is really great. It's looking really good today, and so I'm really excited to see that actually play out in the game.
So last year you set the record for on-base percentage as a freshman, all SEC. Do you have any sort of new personal goals to the team this year?
Personal goals. I think one of my personal goals this year is I would like to I want a higher batting average than I did last year. I think that's one of my main goals. And also, we did goal setting in fall is one of our big things. And I would like to have more stolen bases and have less bases stolen against me than I steal on other catchers. So.
You played 3 sports in high school, just softball in college.